New quest from Armory.
All right.
Red and Blue Crew. That's a high rank quest. I believe that's another one of the mantles I don't have unlocked. At some point in between sessions for progression here, I will be going back to do a lot of the side quests that I haven't done yet. And hopefully that'll allow me to unlock the rest of the mantles. There's a couple really useful ones I don't have. Let's see. We need to craft more traps, looks like. Okay, next up on our assigned quest list here, we've got a smashing cross counter, which I believe is in the recess. What we could do is slot in cool drinks for going to the Elder's Recess. Yes. We'll now be fighting the punch-happy Brachedios.
If Brachedios is known for anything, it's slime. That and a pair of guns that'll even make the chef jealous.
She's not wrong. You go up against this particular monster, you can expect to get punched a lot. And I think it shows up down in the volcanic area. We'll look for tracks and have it zero us in on its position. If we hook through the more volcanic sections, I think it's down here somewhere. It's been a while since I did this. I kind of don't remember where all of the monster spawn locations are, at least for the cutscenes. Looks like we've got an Uragon and an Azerlos hanging around on the map here. I don't think it's down in that section where Lavasioth hangs out. Is it up here? Oh, nope, it's not up here. Guess we can check over in the side area where Nergigante spawns. No, it's not over here. Could have sworn shows up in the lower areas where it's more volcanic. We'll loop over this way and then circle back down through the lower areas of the recess. I haven't really seen much tracks from it either. We'll go ahead and loop upwards in this section just to double check. Yeah, it's not here. Doesn't look like it's here either. I see Azarathalos over there. We'll avoid that particular monster. Oh, yeah, here we go, yeah. It's over here, near the bottom of the slope. That's right. Oh, it's Oregon. Not looking too hot. There he is. It's Bracheth.
That slime is extremely volatile. Touch it and it could explode.
Alright. I'm gonna figure out how this fight works. Like the handler said, the main gimmick for Bracheth is the slime that it has on its head and hands. The green slime, every time it hits the ground, will leave puddles that will slowly turn from green to yellow to red. And when they turn red, they'll explode. If I touch them, they will afflict a status, I think it's called Slime Scourge. Much like Blast Blight, Slime Scourge sticks to your body and after a set amount of time explodes and causes a ton of damage. The name of the game against Bracheth is making sure you don't get tagged by its hands. Otherwise, you'll get the slime on you and you'll have to roll to get rid of it. As a result, there is basically not a lot of safe spots to fight Bracheth. And on top of the slime, the monster itself is incredibly aggressive. It's being able to give yourself openings in order to fight back is the tricky part of the fight. And I gotta get the slime off me before it explodes. I think it takes 5 rolls. And when it gets mad, the slime on Bracheth's body will turn yellow and become a lot more volatile. It also gets the ability to drop slime in sort of spread radius. Oof. And one of its regular moves involves flinging the slime in an exploding trail directly in front of it, like a line. And this particular monster was the flagship for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, I believe, the first time it showed up. And of the flagship, Bracheth's one of my favorites, just by design, and also its gear. When it was first introduced, this monster added the concept of slime-based weapons. It was the only monster in the game that had things that could inflict slime, which eventually just became Blast. And overall, it's a pretty neat design and a challenging fight. Much like the last fight against Tigrex, I'm used to being able to sit there and sort of selectively turtle against Bracheth's attacks. Now that I'm using the Greatsword, I can't really do that. Instead, I'll have to learn how to dodge around its punches and land hits in order to slow it down, while avoiding all of the hazards on the floor. And that'll be a little bit more difficult while it's enraged. It might be hard to see while Bracheth's moving around as fast as it does, but its actual hands aren't the green punchy bits that it's using to hit the ground. It's got claws and fingers on the undersides of its arms that are kind of hard to see when it's trying to slap you. As it punches the ground and leaves slime puddles, the slime will slowly wear off from its hands and it'll have to lick them in order to replenish the slime. Oh, where am I? Leaving? Well, that was fast. At least now that it's no longer enraged, I can try and get another wall smack, knock it down. Bracheth's hands, head can be broken, and its tail can be severed. Given its hands are its most dangerous part, being able to get hits on them in order to break them is rather difficult. Oh boy. Just like regular Blast Blight, if you get hit by something that can trigger the slime while it's on you, it'll immediately detonate and you will take a ton of damage. Attacks being like the flying tackles, other slime blasts, or punches when Brach's enraged will set it off, I believe. really talk about the monster themes too much, but both Tigrex and Brachethos's in-game themes are really cool. They're both very aggressive arrangements, which is fitting, given how aggressive the monsters themselves are. Ah. A lot of missing. Ow. That's an example of what happens if you take a hit while the slime's on your body. It does noticeably more damage. And on rage mode, that's probably enough to cart me if I'm not careful. There we go. That's a good hit. Oh, that's not a good hit. I think we're going to need to keep the health topped up for this particular fight. What we'll do is top up and go back into that fight and see if we can go for a wall smack. At this point, I think getting its tail out of the picture will at least make things like its spinning tail slaps easier to deal with. I guess I could try and go for shots on its hands. I guess I'll just have to see. Ow. Ah. I don't know if that's close enough to the wall, but we're gonna find out. Ah, it's lucky. Ah. Should have gone for level 2 true charge. It would have come out fast enough, I think. Man. So many of Brachethos's attacks hit directly in front of it. So much so that it's incredibly dangerous no matter where you are. And you throw the slime blight on top of that. comes an exercise in proper positioning and also watching for tells. I'm surprised I haven't got a mount from all those jump attacks. When Bracheth is enraged and it does that sort of punchline attack, instead of dropping slime puddles, it'll just explode with every hit. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Explosions everywhere.